So, any idea what the new DeWalt drills and deck screws are for? Gotta be a boat project. That's right, the first one for the 2021 season. Let's go. Now, real quick, just before we go any farther, we got these marks and scuffs on the side of the hull. A few guys commented about these wooden blocks underneath the boat and how precarious it looks. Don't worry, this boat has been stored on land. This is the third year in a row now, I think. And our previous boat, 2 or 3. Anyways, and we either had a combination of the wooden blocks or the metal stands, the jack stands, and both work fine without any issues. The most important issue is making sure the ground below is stable so that nothing sinks over time. But so far, all good. Nothing to worry about, my friends, except for the flaky bottom coat paint, but I'll attend to that before she goes back in the water. Yeah, it's been a long week. So here I am, pulled up behind the boat, and I got my shovel out and I shovel a nice path beside the boat so I can set up the ladder and go aboard Boogaboo. The only problem is it wasn't Boogaboo. Yeah, these damn sea rays all look alike. Yeah, you see that? That's where I shovel the path, and that is to our neighbor's boat, which is a 320, or sorry, our neighbor's X boat. They sold it last year, but that's a 320 Sundancer. Looks very similar to our 330 Sundancer because it's pretty much the same boat. But I was just commenting about the blocks, as you heard, and the bottom coat paint, how it's got a lot of chunks out of it. I'm thinking, wonder why that is. Let's go over here to the Boogaboo boat, the actual real sea ray that we're going to be dealing with today. And there's no chunks out of the bottom coat paint. So look at that, I'm already ahead of the game. What a dummy. But you know what that means. Back out with a shovel. That's okay. Yeah, okay, good. It was filming that time. Alrighty, back aboard the Boogaboo boat for the second time this year. Look at all that crap that I have in here. And 2x4s, 2x3s actually. Okay, let's get to work. Yeah, so here is the issue. Something I want to rectify. Like I say, I mentioned this last year when the boat came out of the water, when the shrink wrap was done, how I wasn't happy with that center post running down there because it's sitting right on top of the engine hatch. You can't quite see it because there's somebody put a bunch of lumber in the way. But for me to gain access down the engine room, I'm gonna have to do something about that. So I have a real simple solution. I'm just gonna run a cross member from that short little guy there back to the radar arch and then fasten it to that that post, for lack of a better term, and then cut it off and go zing zing, wonka wonka, throw it away. And that should be more than enough. I mean, I could put, because I grabbed enough lumber, which is always my way, put another post from this bench, is where I kind of indicated where I want it to start with to run up. But I think this right arch will more than take that load. I might do it just, you know what, why not, right? I'm here, so let's do it that way. So it shouldn't take that long. I might put a couple of braces comme ça back there, just so it doesn't do the whippy tippy thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then that should allow me to, when the time comes, to open the engine hatch, because I want to get down there, of course, as soon as I have access to shore power. I mean, I could probably plug in the shore power right now, and I would imagine that it is running here, but I don't want to trudge it through all the snow. So once the snow starts to dissipate, it should be getting quite warm this week, coming up well above freezing, and so the snow should start dissipating. And then once that happens, I'll plug in the shore power, start charging the batteries again, make sure they're all turned on and hooked up, and then I can open that hatch, and hopefully well before then I will have the new alternator, which I can install. Woohoo! More on that later. And no, normally I would have bought 2x4s, but lumber is just exploding with price. Last week it hit a record high, $1,000 per 1,000 feet, so a Borg foot wholesale for lumber. Like I say, record. It's crazy. So anyways, these 2x3s are going to be more enough for the job, so I'm just going to zing zing and then boom boom there, and then other stuff. Okay, so I just measured for cross braces. I'm going to cut two pieces about roughly 42 inches, which of course I'm going to have one stick of wood. Now, I don't have my speed square with me today. Surprise, it's at work. But I do have one, I'm pretty sure in their dock box. But our dock box is like, it's got to be between 1.5 million miles away, so I don't feel like getting it. So what I'm going to do, because I want to put that on a cut of 45, so I'm just going to kind of eyeball it. I've done enough of those in the past. I can fake it. So we'll do that. We'll just go back. And the long side of the cut, just by that knot. Close enough contracting. So. Maybe. Shazam. Okay, back down in the cabin, more tools. No, I think I mentioned to you last year that I wanted to do this and I haven't got around to it, but hopefully I'll do it this year, because hopefully I'll have extra free time. What I want to do is go through, show you all my tools, spare parts, and miscellaneous stuff that is always on the boat, because I think it's important that everybody carries a good set of tools, a complete set of tools. Go to Canadian Tire, Princess Auto, Harbor Freight, anything. And for probably, $200, maybe, you can have a decent set of tools. Even if you go $300. Like I have socket sets, screwdrivers, tips, bits, drills, blah, blah, blah. You name it, I have it on the boat. And yes, I have had to share those many times in the past. Okay, with less equipped boaters. Anyways, I'll get to that hopefully later this summer. Let's look forward to that. And if you want to remind me on Facebook. Yeah. But anyway, so I have one of two. I think I actually have 3 or 4 of these knives. But anyways, just a quick cheapy Alpha knife. And we'll get back to the tools at a different point in time, other than the tools that I'm currently working with. Okay, let's see if I can do this with just one hand. So I'm going to measure from that bench seat, which is pretty much solid fiberglass at the end, so it's well strong enough. and up to this cross piece, and I'm going to say 67 inches will be more than enough. That should be more than fair. And we'll set that in place. Okay, so anyways, I went ahead and fastened this one, cut it to length, more or less ish, and it's sitting there on a piece of cloth, and I fasten this here, and you're going to say it's a little bit crazy, but yeah, that's the way it works. So I put this brace, which is screwed through from behind there, and so that's going to take an extra bit of load, and I even put a little guy here. And I know you're all going to say, Paul, how long is that shrink wrap going to be up there? Another month or two? Yeah, but you know what? I'm okay with that. So now I'm just going to lop that piece off and watch this whole thing collapse. Okay, Norton, just start cutting this piece. Oh, this is gonna get everywhere. Ooh, still quite a bit of load on that. Look at that. Holy moly. That's surprising. They're creaking and cracking. They didn't fall down or nothing. Wow, quite a bit of bouncing. I'm surprised. Yeah. Okay. So, you know what I think I'm going to do? There you are. What I think I'm going to do is, because there's a bit of whip in that, I am, until such time as I need to actually lift this hatch, I mean, it's not going anywhere, but I'm just going to set this piece back in there, loose, just a little bracket for joiny, and there. At least that for the interim, it's got that support, because we all love support. So I'm just going to take a little scab piece, make it that. Screw it on, and then that'll make that continuous for now. And then when I need to open the hatch, when I'm ready to do that, I just buzz those screws out, take that piece out, and I'm good to go. And if I really wanted to, I can always put this back after the fact. But for now, just jam that guy back in there. Yeah. Whoop. There. So yeah, just before I go, I just want to mention real quick that I received our 2021 lock pass and seasonal lock pass and seasonal mooring permit. Came in the mail the other day, so I'm very happy about that. Yeah, so the reason I want to mention it is because I bought these ahead of time, because if one buys right now up until March 31st, 2021, you can receive a discount of up to 20% if you buy both the lock pass and the mooring pass, which is a hefty savings. I mean, our boat is 33 feet long, and that came in at we saved probably almost $100 by doing it that way. So if you want to do it, I will leave a link down in the description, and you can click on that and buy them directly through Parks Canada's website. And keep in mind that the lock permits are good not only for the beautiful, lovely Trans-Siberian Waterway, where I've taken you over and over and over again, but all of the historic canal lock systems throughout this country, which are pretty much all in Ontario and Quebec. But there's the Trans-Siberian Waterway and the Rideau Canal are the two biggest ones, and those lock passes will let you go into all of those prepaid, I'm not going to say free, but prepaid, throughout the whole season as much as you want, and even the national parks on Georgian Bay where there are docks and such. So that mooring pass will let you sit on those docks for free. So quite a bargain. So like I said, I'll leave a link down in the description. If you are considering doing the Trans-Siberian Waterway this year, I would urge you to buy those passes now before March 31st, my friends, and tell them Boogaboo Crew sent you. No, that ain't gonna help. yeah, so again, nothing too special, nothing fantastic, but it got me out of the house, got me back on board the boat, and it is a nice sunny day. And if you notice, I've been working without a coat jacket the whole time that I've been here, which is a positive sign. Like I say, the clock's changed in 3 weeks, so it'll be light out till probably about 7:30 at night, which is a good thing. The days are hopefully going to start getting really warm out, and irrespective of that, looking forward to another awesome boating season. Yes, last year was great too. This year's going to be even better. So I hope you like this one. Just a heads up, I do have, just looking around, at least three how I did it boating videos coming up. One is the replacement of the starter, one is the replacement of the speakers here on the boat, and a couple of things that I did down here. Oh yeah, also I have one video that's already ready to go, is for the replacement of the battery charger. I'm just going to show you something here real quick. Yeah, so the one that I did with the replacement of the battery charger, I also installed one of these remote monitoring devices. Super happy with the battery charger and everything else working great. Love it. Just, which you'll find out in that video, spoiler alert, I'm just a little disappointed with this, that it does not work while we are not hooked to shore power, or at least, or if the generator's not running. So when we're just underway, when it only has 12 volt going through the whole boat, no AC shore power, this thing doesn't read. But other than that, it does. You can set it all up, so it's good in that respect. And one other little one is this, and you'll find out what that's all about. Yeah, and one other one is the auxiliary muffler that I put on the generator last year, which is, again, Anchor Girl and I are very, very happy about that. So yeah, speakers, charger, that thing there, the muffler that I just mentioned, might have, oh yeah, I know, 2 years down the road, our depth finder, fish finder, and the transom mounted transducer. I got that. That's going to be a big one. And the hell else? Oh yeah, a little patch that I did up on the radar arch. And again, all these things are going back a year or two, and I still have a couple from like 2 years ago that I just haven't got around to. You know why? Because I just keep filming, throwing up stuff like this, which gets in the way of everything else. So I might have to start putting out 2 videos a week if I have time. Again, really, really busy with work, so I'm not sure if that's how that's going to work out, but you're still going to get at least 1 a week, plus as many of the sit back Sundays as I can throw up there. So yeah, so from a beautiful day aboard Boogaboo, and it is a beautiful day because I am on Boogaboo. It's sunny, it's nice, it's hoo-ha. So again, thanks. Hopefully you enjoyed this one a little bit, and look forward to your positive, as always, comments, and we will see you in the next ones, my friends. Cheers. Oh, Paul's gonna cut some more stuff on the boat. Paul's cutting things and drilling holes all the time.